Me not like him.
I know. I had to put that part in. I'm not sure which way she was going with her comment, but she smiled when she said it.
Man, them say me. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
last week's show, I was told that I was being a feminist because I was not being supportive of the women and all kind of crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm say, but hold on there. So what I'm to clear to how she deal with the man them. You understand? Me never get an opportunity to speak for 3 minutes,
Which was right.
right? I said, so isn't that her being biased? She said,
Mm-mm.
no,
I was balancing.
no. All I know are the same thing.
No, I stated my stance from early that I was not in support of what she, if it is that,
The
he's
man no
doing
do
whatever.
nothing.
You know more than you are telling us.
Me
So
said
you'll be quiet.
he will
And Shelley
respond.
will agree with me.
He has responded.
He has?
He has responded.
Perfect.
He has responded.
As she responded.
Listen, left the part there
Answered,
alone.
oh, yeah, yes, man. And they have to suit his
Then,
sorrows
then, then
and
she
heal
not,
your
then,
wounds, you
then,
hear?
then she not talk her thing from
Me
last
say,
week,
me
and
they have to
everybody jump
heal
off
your
on the bandwagon.
sorrows and soothe your sorrows and heal your wounds.
Me happy
All
Obi a
right.
man. Me have a new Obi a man, and so you can't stand it.
Miss Brown
Ca-
sending you a reminder to just be nice, Daddy Road. Just
uh-huh.
be nice.
Miss Brown, I'm gonna be nice. And Miss Brown, it's gonna be a retro party for Fan Fusion this year.
Oh,
So,
cool.
it's gonna be a really nice party this year.
I'm gonna need a Bella's pants then. Yeah, Afro hairstyle and all these things. I
Afro,
tell
if
you,
you want to.
a big heel boot.
Maybe we can do a theme party. People wear a lot
Mm.
ugly stuff.
Yeah, ugly stuff. Ugly but cute.
Clogs. I saw this the thick old leather sitting in the name boot.
Me no know.
You got clogs, man. Me sure. Me see mommy and daddy them with one
Oh
many years
Jesus.
ago.
Oh Lord.
One of the ugliest shit me ever seen in my life.
Did you tell them that?
You can't tell them no.
No. I bet you can.
Can't tell them no. So we're gonna read this article. Um,
Mhm. In the meantime, let
uh,
us just remind you of the numbers to
yeah,
hook us up 453-1444. If you're calling from anywhere in Jamaica, that's 453-1444. And if it is that you're overseas, where it's all cold right about now for many places, that
man.
number is 954-338-7973. Repeat for you 954-338-7973. All right, so please feel free to hook us up, send us a message, or give us a call later on.
And do remember the phone lines are open early now, so you
Right?
know have to wait till we Ray and Blake, cause sometime just
And
need some little help. Although some of my brethren them failed me last week, so then they clear mash them up wicked. You know what me not understand with last week? My brethren
oh
them run out
boy.
wicked out of the blocks, guns blazing, bloop 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 bloop. Then all of a sudden me hear, you have a point.
Oh
Me
yeah.
like,
I had a bigger gun, sorry. I had a bigger gun.
I said, hold on, look at it. One soldier left in the war. No, sir. Wow.
And of course, the stars on the go number for the US of A, that is 213-992-4360. That's 213-992-4360. And if you're in the UK and you wish to listen to Stars FM radio, it's 033-0010-3322. That's 033-0010-3322. All right, so you have all the ways to hook us up. And of course, they can go on Facebook as well if it is that you wish to view what's happening tonight on Real Talk. And the Facebook page is Styles FM 96.1. All right, and you click on Cassidy, watch now. All right,
Yep.
so or watch live. You can hook us up any way you feel free or comfortable. All right, peeps? Good. All right, now the article says 10 ways to know if your relationship is worth keeping.
Hold on, Liko.
I like
Me not like it.
I like
You
I like
realize
the
the
topic.
camera. Look how my thing look. Look how I look dapper in a real life, right?
I went somewhere and that one was just the talk of the town in a real life, as if. So you look dapper
Yeah, but the
on
camera
camera.
not. No,
It's not showing that.
no.
You look like
But you look
wait,
prepsy.
wait. I'm a preps. Hello.
But me not look dapper on the camera.
I wonder why. And by
Can't
the way,
say checking the
people, before
camera
we
and
even talk
change.
about camera and all these things, I am not taller than Daddy Road by no stretch of the imagination.
At the boat.
Me say
At the
that
boat.
gold boot was just so high.
Yo, people, the
I
boat
tell
mad,
you.
and we have some behind the scenes photo for release. Right? So,
Oh, before I go any further, people out there, let me just tell you what some of my friends are saying. I'm not understand why you have half of me alone and show up on the calendar. Why only take picture with just half of me? If me didn't know, so not use the whole of me. Me take off the boot and get back short so that me can shorter than you.
oh, you mean the height?
Yes. You know that. I mean, I hate being short. Can I
I
tell
have
you?
no, no. I have a full one. That one is gonna be released online.
So me not see it
Mm,
first.
I'll show you after the show.
Cool. Oh, I love photos, people. So stay with me, yeah. All right, all right. So next year, God's willing, I want the whole of me.
All of you.
Yes, I don't want a half of me. I'm a
Yeah.
full woman.
Any part of me then get then taken out. So maybe.
All right, peeps. So the 10 ways to know if your relationship is worth keeping. And this ought to be an interesting article. I can't wait to read on. When the going gets tough, you may ask if your relationship is still worth fighting for. Here are the 10 signs that would tell you to keep at it. By Leanne Koo. That's what Leanne of her sleeves know. So 10 ways to know if your relationship is worth keeping. Is this man worth keeping? Is this woman worth staying with? Should I go? Should I stay? Let's find out now.
Hmm.
According to the Psychological American Psychological Association, APA, 40 to 50% of married couples in the United States divorce. In an age that values throwing things away instead of fixing them, are we doing this to our relationships too? 40 to 50% of marriages end up in divorce? That's an alarming rate.
No,
Hmm.
sir.
It is. That's terrible. That's like half. Jeez.
So it's either it work or it
I
don't
don't
work.
work. My goodness. No in betweens. The numbers certainly seem to say so, as according to a piece published on Huffington's Post's site. More than 200 times the number of couples divorced today than a century ago, despite there being fewer couples marrying. Wow. So, what does this say about our society? In my humble opinion, this simply means that our fickleness has robbed us of our ability to appreciate our relationships. You're right about that.
Hmm.
Everything is too fast paced nowadays, even our thoughts. We need to calm down, slow down, and really take time to think about what we want from our romantic relationships and whether they are worth keeping if things get bad. How can you tell if you should stay in your relationship? Every relationship is different. Every partner is different. Everybody's experiences are different. However, if you do not know where to start, here are 10 general signs that may indicate staying is a good idea. Keep these pointers in mind when you hunker down to weigh in the pros and cons of keeping the relationship. Number 1. So, how to know if you must keep the relationship or dump? Hmm. You have invested a lot. Investing in your relationship is a natural part of being in one. It could be time, money, tears, and anything else.
Hmm.
For example, if you were in a long distance relationship with your partner and you finally figured out how to physically be together, then you certainly need to give your current relationship a chance. There is no way you did all that fighting and sacrificing for nothing. Another example is having financial investments together, not just in the relationship, but in other aspects of life, such as assets and businesses.
No, sir.
Many long term couples buy property together, and the same can be said of a husband wife sort of business team. The more you have invested, the harder you should think about walking away. So, number one, if it is that you've invested a lot, then you might want to consider sticking and staying. And I think that is why a lot of people decide to stay sometimes. Not that they're the happiest, but they've invested time, money, not to
Take
mention
out the time part.
tears.
Take out the time part.
What do you mean take out the time part for?
Time is almost as long as you have life, you have time,
We
right?
could
Could
have
talk
used
about
your
the
time
money.
otherwise.
We could talk about the money
Not
we
to mention the
invest.
money part.
That part that me I talk about, right? You put in start business together, buy a house, buy
Boy.
land, buy car, all kind of
Mm.
sitting. And then I said, John Star.
I would advise anybody to weigh real deeply before you make certain investments.
No,
Trust
but
me.
you can't live it's not the same way and still have them things together, Because you don't know how much outside of you, and them don't know how much outside out of it for them.
Well, sad for the people who don't follow up on that. Because they lay back
Well,
and think, oh, it's a perfect ride. So things will be perfect all the time. I get a rude awakening.
all you have to try to, as a man, be the financial controller.
And all you have to do as a woman is be the financial controller. Moving on to number two. Bright. You've been together for a while. If this relationship has been a long term one, you may want to suck it up and power through. All the time and energy that you have put into making it work thus far is not to be scoffed at. In this situation, you have to think about your partner as well. There is nothing worse than dedicating love, time, and effort into something and then having the one you care about throw it all away. My heart grieve.
Oh, no.
All oh no. Number three, you have behave. You have commitments. You should seriously consider staying if you and your partner have already built a life together and share multiple responsibilities.
Like?
An example is kids.
Sure.
Unlike pieces of furniture that can be easily discarded or divided, kids are a whole different story. If you have kids together, then the pull to stay together should be much stronger. Countless researchers, and before I even go any further, one of the reasons why some relationships don't work, people are selfish. People in it are selfish. Woman selfish, man selfish towards one another, and that is why you find that everybody just want for themselves. Therefore, they don't think of trying to work at anything. Countless researchers, you don't have to comment. Countless researchers and behaviorists have attested to the fact that children need a stable and loving household to flourish. Other commitments like pets and financial responsibilities should also be considered. Pets,
No,
like
sir.
seriously?
That may I say.
Okay, no man. Anyways, number four, you're for more than just you're for more than just to fend off loneliness. If you are with your partner simply because you fear being alone, then it is not a good sign.
Oh, no, Taurus for that.
Uh-uh.
Oh, no, Taurus for that.
However, if the reason you are together extend beyond mere loneliness, then it is a sign that you should stay. And if it's just for loneliness, you should just go. For loneliness not killing nobody, eh? True. Being with someone is more than just filling a void and depending on another person to make you feel whole. It encompasses various levels of emotional and physical aspects. And if you can confidently list down the myriad positive reasons you are with your partner, then keeping the relationship alive is certainly important. If you can't list none, pack your bags and go.
But
Number five, if you can't list a myriad of reasons why you're staying or why you're there or why you should stay, positive reasons that is, then you should go. Number five, you uplift each other.
You know what's so hypocritical about that statement?
Tell me.
Yes, in many instances, is only one thing one woman put value upon what them have.
Which is what? We put value on it more than you guys put value on it.
Me not put no value upon it.
Actually, one themselves when woman.
Look, all you can talk about are
Oh,
that.
please.
That.
All you can talk about that?
Me no know about them. Me no know. Me no know about them. Me no know about them. Me no know about them. Me can't tell about
We
them.
don't know
Me no know
about,
about
we
them.
don't
Me no know
know
about no
about,
man.
we don't know,
Me no know about no man.
we don't know about
Me
them
talk about
either.
unos and
Sure.
that. And talk about yo uno something, uno something, uno something, uno something. And look at all
So
cross
why
is
you know with
something.
us?
Eh?
You know with a test, you know with us for the something, 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 something. The
Sure.
nookie. That's why you know with us anyway. Huh.
I don't even know about that.
Yeah, you're not gonna know about it because you know that's true.
Right
Right,
now,
Cassidy?
Cassie, you see tonight?
Ultimately, isn't that why you know with us? I hear somebody say the other day. Ultimately, why a man go after a woman or a woman get into a man is because of the sex. And it's time we stop fool ourselves
No,
and
no,
realize
no,
that
no, no, no,
ultimately the
no,
attraction
no,
that you
no.
have is a sexual attraction. You see the woman and you like her, you
Yeah,
see the man
but
and you like him.
yeah,
It's a
but
it's a it's a sexual
fine.
desire.
But what I'm saying, it's not have some sex, but not have some stay over. That
And
me I
when she
talk about.
goes or when you go and you come back together again, it's still for the sex you're coming back for.
That's all.
So
But not the reason why we can't not talk, we can't left, we can't this, show the that. No. No fight out there.
uh, it's for the same thing. That's the point me I make. At the
No, no,
same
no.
nookie.
No.
A different nookie. Some fat, some skinny, some flat, some whatever. But it's the same nookie. Yeah, it's the same nookie and it will not go
Look,
crazy
no,
over.
no, you miss the whole blade. You miss the whole blade. What I'm saying,
Swipe the blade.
read on. We not like that already. We not like
Number
that
five, I
already.
knew I'd get you. I knew I'd get you. Number five, you uplift each other. So another reason to check if you must stay or go is if you uplift each other. Huh. You are probably pondering whether to stay or go because you are going through a difficult time with your partner. Before making that decision, look back on all the times you spent together and determine whether you lift each other up more than bring each other down. If negativity pervades every aspect of your relationship and support is lacking, you can pack up right now. As I said before, pack your bags and go. If negativity pervades, if all you can see is negative around you, everything is just negative, yeah? And there is no support that is missing or lacking, then please. On the other hand, if you find that you bring out the best in each other despite all the troubles and bickering, you can chalk it up as a sign that you should keep the relationship going. Remember that being with someone is not always rainbows and butterflies. There will be the ugly times in the mix. But if the rainbows and butterflies outshine the darkness, then you have a good thing going. And let me just add, Lady Cleo, piece. And if it is that the darkness overshadow the rainbows, them and the butterflies, them. If the rainbows are supposed to have about 7 or 8 different color, you see pure black. If the butterfly them just black and then wing floppy and are dead.
What's wrong with black?
Hello, go.
What's wrong with black?
I don't know nobody who can fix butterfly wing when they broke up. Okay.
But
All
what's wrong
right.
with black?
I
You
think it's,
said if you don't see this, that and just be a
the
black. What's
point
wrong
I'm
with black?
making is the rainbow is not supposed to be black.
But what's a rainbow?
A rainbow is when the colors of white light break up.
Yeah, but what that have to do with anything? A rainbow.
Look here, man. Rainbow signifies what?
There's a pot of gold at the end
Beauty.
of it.
Exactly, that too.
You know,
And beauty after the rain.
me never see the pot of gold yet. Me never see that the pot of gold yet.
Don't worry. The next 20 years when you're sitting with Mrs. J on the balcony, you'll
Yeah.
see it. Number 6.
20 years from now, you know. How old would I be 20 years from now?
Jesus. About 60?
No, I'm gonna reach that yet.
Trouble me and trouble you, man.
Almost. Almost.
Number 6, you can be yourself. If you can be yourself around your partner, then that's one of the reasons why you should work it out, yeah? The fact that you can be yourself when you are around your partner should be enough of an indication that you should stay together. We tend to hide who we truly are in everyday life. It could be at work, at school, at the supermarket, at parties, or anywhere else in public. It is apparent in the way we dress, think, converse, and behave. Whether it is leading others to believe that you make more money than you really do, or driving a nice car, or letting others think that you are smarter than you really are by voicing meaningless opinions, we are all guilty of projecting someone of a farce around others. However, if you can completely let down your guard and still be loved and accepted by your partner, then this is a sign that you should keep the relationship alive.
You know,
And nothing beats being yourself, believe me. Whether it be
Lord,
miserable or not,
which
just be
miserable?
yourself.
No, sir.
You be yourself when Miss J say you're miserable. Aren't you being yourself?
Me not miserable.
Yes, you are.
No, me dark. Me not miserable. It's two different
Even
something.
worse.
No, it
Number
can't worse.
seven. Number seven. Darkness. Oh, you see, I tell you, something wrong with being dark right now in that case.
But me not
Mark you, I'm
miserable.
black and beautiful and I'm loving it. But when you come on to one different flip side of
No,
darkness,
but me not miserable.
which is worse, being dark or miserable?
When you're
Master?
dark, you just talk your mind, argument done. When you're miserable, you blah 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 blah
No,
blah
when
blah
you're
blah blah
dark,
blah
you're
blah
talking
blah
with
blah blah
sense.
blah blah.
When you're dark, you're talking with sense.
Then that's better. That means me never know me I say.
Yeah. Blame it on the rain, yeah? Number
Man,
seven, you still laugh together. Beloved American essayist and biographer Agnes Repellier once said, replier once said, we cannot really love anyone with whom we never laugh. If you can still laugh and have fun with your partner after years together, then you know that the relationship is worth keeping. Nothing is better than being able to share light-hearted moments with the person you care about. If the positivity is apparent, then you should be thankful for it and forge through with the relationship despite all the hardships that you have to endure as a couple. Nothing is more beautiful than to see two people in love, even after they've had a disagreement, even if it was a little heated discussion or argument or whatever. And after that, a couple minutes later, or an hour or two, whatever, want to calm down, you treat each other with the same kind of love as if it was from day one. Nothing is more beautiful. All right. Number eight, you can't imagine life without your partner. To be honest, I have thought about leaving my partner for 6 years on several occasions.
hmm, oh no that.
These thoughts cropped up during particular dire and uneasy periods involving negative emotions like distrust, paranoia, dissatisfaction, irritation, and so on. However, these emotions are always quashed every time I imagine my life without him. In spite of the sporadic difficulties that come up every now and again, I compare what my life was like prior to meeting him and what it is like now. I can honestly say that even though we have our differences and engage in the occasional fight, life is so much better with him around. Nothing can overshadow the laughter, good times, joy, and love that we share. If you feel the same way about your partner, then you know that your relationship is worth fighting for. Number nine, there is honesty and trust in your relationship. Judgment. Honesty and trust are two very important values in relationships.
You can't
Without
be too
them,
honest and you can't have too much trust.
you're right about that.
You can't trust. Me not trust nothing.
Me not trust nothing neither. Without them, that is trust and honesty, your relationship will fail and both parties will end up drowning in misery.
Me not care.
If both of you think that trust and honesty are very important to the health of your relationship, then you should definitely keep going. Relationships are a two-way street, highway, if you ask me.
Hmm.
So if only one party values honesty and trust, it will not work out no matter how much you want to keep going. Number 10, there's still some chemistry between you.
That one is too vague though. The honesty and trust one is too vague.
Yeah. 'Cause things can happen that will cause the man to mistrust the woman, and things can happen for the woman to mistrust the man. It's just not for the both parties to try to
No,
rebuild that,
but how
if it can
far?
be rebuilt.
How far? How far? How far is? How may I put this now?
How far is what?
when is there a breakdown between trust and being honest and being open? Because,
Maybe the mistrust comes as a result of being dishonest.
but all right, so for argument.